So I just wanted to talk about why I switched from the Panda Planner to the bullet journal and some of the things that I liked about the Panda Planner that I plan on continuing in the bullet journal. Um, for those of you who don't know, the Panda Planner is divided into three categories. There's sort of the monthly log, the daily log, and the weekly log. I don't know why I said them in that order, but here's the monthly log. And I really liked the plan and the review section here at the bottom, but a lot of the other space I didn't utilize that much, so it felt like a lot of wasted space. I didn't need a calendar that big usually, and if I had events, it would just be a couple events throughout the day or throughout the month. I mean, so I would just like mark down maybe like a couple things on the weekend that I had, like something that, an event going on that day, but I didn't need the whole month usually. Um, Here's the weekly section. I like the week review for the previous week. But the planning sections, the passion project, the priorities and the projects, and then how we're going to make this week great, I felt like there was a lot of overlap. And so I ended up just putting some of the same things. I didn't know how to like divide them up, and make the most use of that space. So it felt like a lot of wasted space again. And then for the daily section, I liked the morning review. So there's sort of like a gratitude and then things you're excited for box. I like the affirmation, but I didn't like doing it every day. So maybe I'll do that once a week or once a month. And then, sort of a similar thing with the weekly, the priorities and the to do list kind of had some overlap. So I felt like that was some space that maybe I didn't need to fill out every day. But I like the end of day review. So there's the sort of a section for wins or successes from that day, and then the things to improve upon. And then I just think, starting and ending the day with some gratitude, like this is what went well today, and just kind of reflecting on that was really helpful for me. So that's something I plan on continuing in my bullet journal. There's just a size comparison for you about the bullet journal that I got. I don't know how to say that brand, but I got the one that is sort of like the collaboration between that notebook company and the bullet journal. And so it starts with like a key, and there's already an index kind of built in and a future log. And I got it because I like the idea of having the pages already numbered and everything kind of set up in the right way. It's the dot grid for after the index, it's the dot grid. And then the future log, I decided I want to do 2 months per page of the future log, and so I'll do 6 months. And then if I end up using less than that and there's more space in the notebook, or if I need more space, then I can I'll add in another future log later with more months. But I don't know if I'll be able to make this notebook last longer than those 6 months. So for now, we're just doing that. And then the last two I'll do for a 2019 year-end review and then a 2020 goals brainstorm. So yeah, these are the 6 months, and then sort of the end of year review. I plan on just putting a few kind of highlights of that year in this box, and I might need more space than that for goals and whatever, but we'll just kind of add that in later as needed. So here I like the weekly section of the Panda Planner, so I continued that with writing out the dates of the weeks of July. And then I eventually will go in and add the next month's weeks, if that makes sense. We'll go ahead and index that. So I like this idea of the index, and that was something about my Panda Planner. Is if I wanted to find notes, I just had to read through all the daily logs or all the weekly logs, and this is some way to kind of hopefully organize my thoughts a little better and organize the days so I can get a better idea of where things happened and where I can kind of recall that information when needed. So if I have like a list of to dos or a list of goals that were really important, or that I sort of like an ongoing list of books to read or whatever, you can kind of reference that and go back and forth to that. And here I'm setting up the daily log. I divide it into months so I can kind of reference each month. I don't know. I could have done that with the weekly log, but I think we'll just have like the dates or the pages and then a comma and then the next set of pages for those weeks. I tried to simplify this as much as possible too, because I want it to be quick and efficient. So I for the logs or for the monthly overview future log, I just had the month name and then I'll write down the events that I need to put in there, or the important dates of that month. I'm adding a few things to the key, so excited for that's something I'm taking from the Panda Planner and putting into the bullet journal, and then something I'm grateful for, something that I'm kind of stealing from the Panda Planner as well. And I might do ones for wins and ideas and stuff like that later. We'll add those in. So here's me trying to reflect on some things that I'm excited for. Looks like I think it's D&D on this page. So I'm starting that up this week, and yeah, I was about to roll a character that night, so that's why I wrote that in the Panda Planner, or into the bullet journal. I mean, um, and I left some space on the side so I could put the date of that. So I'm excited for that, and then it happens on July 9th or whatever the case may be. And I don't know if I like that it was kind of cluttered right there, so maybe I needed more space or less space on that side and put it on the other side or something. But you kind of learn as you go. And so I decided to do wins, and that was something that I liked about the Panda Planner. But so I just put wins or successes, and so I'll add that in as we go. If I have time to reflect at the end of the week or at the beginning of the week, you can kind of look back on previous days and write down the things that you're grateful for, that you were kind of proud of, or that just made your week great. And then here I'm writing last week review or something like that. And that's something that I like doing, is reflecting back on previous weeks or previous days. And here we're just going to time lapse kind of the rapid logging, similar to how Ryder does it in his original bullet journal video. I'll have that linked hopefully if I remember. But so I have gratitude and then a few bullet points on that, and then a couple different events like the rolling characters at 9 o'clock, and then things I'm excited for. And I decided to add into the key a exclamation point for things that I had that were ideas or that were inspiring or that could be used for inspiration for something else. So yeah, ideas. I think that's something that I've seen elsewhere. So I was not the creator of that idea, but so now here I'm looking over my work, and how beautiful it looks. And really, I was just trying to go for as simple and clean as possible. And it's not very clean, but it's very simple and it's functional over form. And I wanted it to be something that was really efficient to set up and to use, and I could kind of log what I needed to that day, but not necessarily have to feel obligated to add in things that I didn't necessarily want to add in, like I did with the Panda Planner. I always felt like I needed to fill in that space so it wasn't wasted. And that is my bullet journal. Thanks for watching.